Hello everybody and welcome to the Summit Bit Gallery. So today's kind of a fun video because Toby and I recently summited Colorado's highest mountain, Mount Elbert, and I did landscape photography during that climb, obviously. So today I'm excited to share with you some of the images that I captured from that climb, and then also I kind of wanted to preview that we are launching a brand new second channel called Summit Bit Adventures, and that is going to be the home of all of our adventure videos. So we've been posting regularly to this channel, kind of what we've been calling the adventure vlogs or adventure videos, where we, it's us climbing and hiking and doing photography in the field. And we have decided that we want to actually separate those videos out into their own channel and then also kind of expand them. So they're going to be longer, more in-depth, higher production value, and we're really excited about this. And so that new channel is called, again, Summit Bit Adventures, and I'm actually going to roll here a quick trailer from our first adventure, this climbing Mount Elbert. Fine. Good.
Yeah, same. I mean, it's not exactly easy hiking, but it's not too bad either.
Right, exactly. Steep, but doable. So yeah, that was a quick little clip from that full-length video. Again, you can check that out, link in the description. And so now I'm ready to kind of dive into some of these images that I captured from Mount Elbert. Before I really get into the images, I'll talk a little bit about the gear and equipment that I was using. All these images were shot with the Nikon z7II, and they actually were all shot with the Nikon 7200-2.8, the Z-mount one, and which is a fantastic lens, super sharp. The image quality is really good. It cuts haze really well, which you're going to see comes in really valuable on this trip. And yeah, so, and the backpack I was using, I thought you guys might be interested, is called the Black Diamond Cirque 22. It's called the ski vest because it's kind of designed for backcountry skiing, but we're actually finding that it's really good for hiking too. It's super comfortable. It kind of rides like a running vest, so it doesn't have a hip belt or a waist belt. It kind of distributes the weight over your torso. You're not going to be carrying super heavy loads. I think my backpack probably weighed, I don't know, maybe 12 to 15 pounds, with all my camera gear and water in it. So, not outrageously heavy, not ultralight either by any means. But yeah, I really enjoy that pack, and it kind of works well. Also, inside of the pack, I actually carry the camera gear in this thing by Lowepro, which is called a Gearbox, I think. Yeah, Gear Up Camera Box Extra Large. And I will link to this in the description. It's actually a great way to carry camera gear inside of a non-camera backpack. So one of the best I found I've tried almost everything, and this is probably the best I found for carrying camera gear in non-camera backpacks. So I'll link to that in the description. Let's go ahead and dive into these images. So these first three are all from sunrise. So sunrise was behind us. We were kind of hiking to almost due west, and so this is to the east. And this is a peak. Breckenridge is actually kind of on the other side of these mountains here. I'm actually not 100% sure what peak this is. I'm going to look into it, and maybe I'll flash up on screen if I can figure out the name of it. And so these are 3 images for all within, I don't know, 5 minutes of each other, maybe not even that. This last one's my favorite, compositionally, and just the way the color and everything came together. It's definitely my favorite image from the entire day. I really am happy. So the color here in all of these images, and it's kind of gonna be persistent in all the images, although it kind of shows itself most in this first 3, comes from wildfire smoke. The smoke is not from wildfires in Colorado like it was last year. It's actually from fires in the Pacific Northwest and Canada that's kind of brought down on the jet stream and kind of has settled on the mountains for, honestly, more days than not this summer. So that's kind of just been the way it is. And I think it actually kind of makes these images really kind of moody and dreamy. That's not the effect it has on all of them. And it always kind of is a bittersweet thing for me when wildfire smoke kind of makes images interesting, because, you know, it's really sad that, you know, there's all these fires burning up, you know, millions of acres right now. So yeah, this is my favorite of the 3, but we can kind of look through these other 2 again. It's kind of fun to have the sun directly behind this peak. So as we continue to climb, I started taking images of nearby 14er Mount Massive. So something you're going to find if you do photography on 14ers is that you don't actually get that great a photography of the 14er you're on. It's typically other 14ers around where you are, because, you know, you're kind of on the mountain. So, and that's definitely the case. Actually, a couple of 14ers in here that I got images of on this climb, and Mount Massive definitely the most. So we've got, this is really shortly after these sunrise ones. The sun was low and the light was low, so it's kind of experimenting with and looking at the composition. And as we got higher, the light got better. So, and I actually really like this one. I like the coloring and the way the light's coming in. It's kind of soft. Again, the smoke was kind of diffusing the sun, so you didn't have those hard rays. So softer shadows on this west side of Mount Massive, which, you know, makes for really kind of nice coloring. And then this is I think this is still, most of these are panos of Mount Massive, and this one is as well. So these ones are single shots, these sunrise ones are single shots, but these are all panos. So like, for instance, this one here is 160 megapixels. This one is 187 megapixels. This one's a vertical pano, 181 megapixels. So you can kind of see how far we can zoom in here. And that's always a lot of fun. I've actually climbed Mount Massive too, and that mountain is a lot of fun. In a lot of ways, it's funner. The actual climbing is funner than on Elbert. It's a little tougher too, for sure. But Elbert was a lot of fun. A very beautiful area, and the trail is a really nice trail. So here's a wider shot, 148 megapixels here. And again, I think I mentioned all of these shots are with the 7200 2.8. But you can kind of zoom in here on the summit of Massive. And then this one is fun because we've got Mount of the Holy Cross in the distance. So this is Holy Cross right here. And Leadville, which is kind of a famous Colorado town, is just off to our right in frame. So kind of down here. And that's a fun town. Kind of famous. It's they claim to be the highest incorporated town in the United States. There's lots of places that claim that, but Leadville was one of the more famous ones to claim that. And so here we have a shot of this sub peak of Mount Massive. I just kind of experimenting with the composition of the whole area, and then I liked the way the snow was and the kind of orange light here and the shadow of Massive kind of casting this shadow on this sub peak. So yeah, nice image. And then this is Massive from the summit of Elbert. It's kind of fun. Mount Massive looks taller than you on these other images as we're climbing. You can kind of see that the summit is higher, and then you get to the top and you're actually looking down on it a little bit, which is kind of a surreal thing. We were on the highest point in Colorado, and it felt like it. So you can even see you're kind of looking down slightly on the summit of Massive here, and you definitely felt like the highest thing in the whole area. Is really cool. And then this last image is from nearby 14er La Plata Peak, which that's also a fun climb. I've climbed that one as well. I did the standard route, which is on the other side of La Plata here. This is from this north ridge, which is called Ellingwood Ridge, I believe, which is a very famous technical climb in Colorado. And maybe someday I'll do that. It's a lot of fun. You can see, I'm going to zoom in here, and you're going to see how rugged this climb would be, though, and some of the technical obstacles climbing this ridge up to the summit of La Plata up here. But the snow creating this texture and all of these crevasses and gullies on La Plata is a lot of fun. And yeah, that's a cool shot. It's kind of La Plata is the mountain that's kind of above Independence Pass. Independence Pass passes right by the trailhead, and then and that pass will eventually go down into Aspen, Colorado. So that's kind of fun. All right, well, that kind of wraps up this kind of overview of these images that I captured. Landscape photography from the highest mountain in Colorado, which is a lot of fun. Again, please go check out the actual adventure video over on our adventure channel, and go ahead and subscribe over there if you'd like to see all of those adventure videos. And if you want to see more photography focused content like this video, and in the future I'm going to be looking to do more videos in the field. So like we're gonna, like on a hike, like what we would have done on this one, we would have done the actual adventure video, and then I would have done maybe a more photography focused video on the mountain. So if you're excited to see more content like that, definitely subscribe to this channel as well. And with that, we'll see you on the next adventure.